Here are the answers to the warm-ups for Tuesday, May 5th. So asking the values of a, b, and c. If you write the standard form of a quadratic equation, it's y equals a times x squared plus b times x plus c, which matches up exactly with what I gave you today, with y equals 3x squared plus 4x minus 2. The value of a is just how many x squareds you have, which would be 3. The value of b is how many x's you have, which is 4, and the value of c is always the y-intercept, which is not 2, it would be a negative 2 in this case. So that will come in handy in a few lessons from now. Number 2, graph y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. So if I were to graph this, there are some details I need on my graph, and one of those details is the y-intercept. And this form, the standard form, also you call it the expanded form, is really nice because it gives you directly the y-intercept is negative 3. And then the x-intercepts, I could try and maybe guess to see what value of x makes y equal 0, because the x-intercept, again, is when y equals 0. But if I could factor it, it'd be a lot easier. So let's see, y equals, what two numbers when I multiply give me negative 3? But when I add those same numbers, I get negative 2. So I think it's going to be, let's see, negative 3 and positive 1. So that's going to be my factored form. If I doubt if that's right, I could do a generic rectangle. I could put my dimensions along the side, fill it out, and see if I get what I want. So I get an x squared, I get negative 2x's, and I get minus 3, so it does match. But the reason I factored it now, it's going to be really easy to tell what my x-intercepts are. Because again, the x-intercept is when y is equal to 0. So what value would I put in for this x and this x, same number, that gives me an answer, a final answer of 0? Well, 3 would, because 3 minus 3 is 0, and 0 times 4, because 3 plus 1 is 4, is still 0. So 3 is one of the x-intercepts. And the other x-intercept will be negative 1, because negative 1 plus 1 is 0, and 0 times anything is still 0. So negative 1. So right now I have the x-intercepts, I have the y-intercept, and after that I typically find my line of symmetry, which is halfway between my x-intercepts. It's the mean of them. So the mean of 3 and negative 1 is going to look like this. That's going to equal 2 divided by 2, so 1, positive 1, which you could have just done in your head, is the line of symmetry. And now that we have our line of symmetry, we know that the vertex, the lowest point in this graph, is going to have an x value of 1. We just found that. I then have to find the y value. So I go back to either equation. I'm going to use, let's use the second equation here. Now I'm going to make every x value equal to 1. And that's going to then tell me what y is. So what y happens to be when x is 1. So 1 minus 3 is negative 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. You multiply those together and you would get negative 4. So I just found my y value is negative 4, and this coordinate is my vertex. So then I can complete the graph, and there it is. And the last one, we have a right triangle with a leg length of 5 units and a hypotenuse of 14. How long is the other leg length? So leg length of 5 and a hypotenuse of 14. Let's just make it look like this. How long is the other leg length? So to do this, we just apply the Pythagorean theorem. Leg squared plus leg squared equals the hypotenuse squared. One of your legs is 5, so you square it. The other leg is a big mystery, so I'll just use the variable of x, and you have to square that. And those two added together equals the hypotenuse squared. And 14 squared just means 14 times 14, which is 196. And now I can solve for the x squared. So I subtract 25 from both sides. So I'm going to take 196 minus 25, which gives me 171. That, of course, is not my side length. That's the area of the square off of the side. I need to undo this square by, of course, taking the square root of both sides. So I keep it up here, I hit the square root button, and the answer is approximately 13.076 or so. Of course, that's irrational because decimal goes on forever. The best answer you can give is just the square root of 171.